Hi guys, Stephanie here with another Bibliophiles video, and today I'm going to do my October wrap-up and November TBR. For the month of October, I had a very ambitious reading schedule. I had wanted to read 17 books, but I only ended up reading 9 and DNFing 2. So in actuality it was 11, but I don't really count DNFs, I guess. So let me show you what I read. So for the first book, I read The Alchemist, and this is by Michael Scott, and it is about the secrets of the immortal Nicholas Flamel. And of course our main character is, one of the main characters is Nicholas Flamel, and you have two children that are twins that are going along with him on this little adventure of his, and their names are Sophie and Josh. And it is about them because Nicholas's wife gets kidnapped, and if they, in order to stay their immortal selves, they have to drink this potion at like a certain time every month. So they have to find her, and their spell book has been stolen, which you find out within the first chapter. So that was really good. I gave it 5 stars, and I will continue reading. The next book that I read, which is a completely hyped up book, which I was not expecting to like one bit, and that was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Love this book. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't read it from the beginning, because I mean it has all these creepy pictures with it. It's great. So definitely recommend this to anybody to read. My next book that I read, which was another surprising book, and that was a classic, Dracula by Bram Stoker. I did not expect to like this at all. I actually expected it to be one of my DNFs, but it was not. It was a book that I loved, and I am going to actually try more in the horror genre of the classics. And my next book that I plan on picking up in the classics is Frankenstein. So we'll see how that goes. Another book that I read, that was DAfrique, A Living Nightmare by Darren Shane. And this book is about, it's pretty interesting. Darren Shane is actually the author of this book, obviously, but he's also the character, the main character of this book. And it is about him and all the shenanigans that happen with him. If you're familiar with any of the DAfrique things, you will kind of know what it's about, but basically it is about these friends, one's named Darren, the other's name is Steve, and it is about them going to the circus, the freak show, and things happen. So it's about them and how it all affects their lives. Next book that I decided to pick up was Death Note, Black Edition, Volume 2 by Tsunami Ohoba and Takashi Abata. I think I'm saying those right. If not, I apologize. And this is obviously the second volume in the Death Note series, and it is very good. This one had a lot more information than like the previous one. The previous one was like setting up characters, introducing everybody, which I found more interesting. This one was about how the Death Note works and everything like that. You get some of it in the first volume, but you get a lot of it in this one. This one I did give 5 stars to. But like I said, this one has more information, so it was more slow paced, but it was still really good. Then if you're gonna watch my 24-hour readathon that happened on October 25th, you'll know that I did finish Days of Blood and Starlight, which was a fabulous book, and it was such a good book. Again, second book in the series, so I can't really say anything about it, otherwise a lot of it will give it away. But this book did have, again, a lot of information, so it was a slower pace, but it was still really good. And also during my 24-hour readathon, I did end up starting and finishing Clarion by Garth Nix. And this is about a main character. Her name is Clarion, and it's about her and how things happen with her. And she is a daughter of a goldsmith who is also a berserker. So it's about her trying to control this berserkerness going on, and about how she doesn't want to be the normal type of person. She really wants to live in the woods and be part of the wall people that work there. and it's about her trying to get there. And then the last 2 books that I did end up reading were 2 books in my Bible, which were the first 2 books, and it was Genesis and Exodus, which I gave them about 4.5 stars. That was the wrap up for October. My November TBR, I would say that is not quite as ambitious, but I'd be lying. The first couple books that I have wanted to read on my list is actually on my Overdrive app, and it is I have Seraphina and the Black Cloak on there, and then I have a couple other ones that I will want to read. So I got about 2 on there. I can't remember the name of the next one. But let's get into the physical copies. The first one I want to read is Travelers by Chris Pavone, and this book I got in the month of September for my birthday, and it's a very interesting book. I can't really remember what a lot about it is, but it's about our main character named Will, and he works for a magazine company, but some interesting stuff starts happening within the magazine company and within his life. So I'm pretty interested to start reading this. Next book that I want to read, since I read a couple hyped up books last month, I decided to take a chance on a couple of them this month as well. First one being Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and this is about Cinderella. The next one is the last book in a series, and that is The Bitter Kingdom by Ray Carson. I cannot wait to get finished this series. I love the characters, and if you know me and you've been on this channel, I love the beginning of stories. I hate, with most everybody, I'm sure it happens this way, I hate saying goodbye to characters, and this is the last book in the series. I'm pretty sad about that, but I love the character. Her name is Elisa, and she is such an awesome character. Love her to bits. In this next book, we got a couple larger books in this too, so we'll see if I even get to most of them. But the first one is Age of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan, and this is the second book in the Age of Myth series. And then, a nice chunker of a book, I did end up just getting this one, and it is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Suzanne Clark. It is an 800-page book, and I don't have any audiobook to it. So it's going to be interesting to see how well my reading has progressed and how fast I can read now. And the last super big book that I got is by Oscar Scott Card, and it is Pathfinder. I've read a book by him before, and I really liked it. The Ender's Game. Really, really liked that book, so I want to give this one a try. And this book is about our main character named Rig, and he can see the like life essence paths of anything except for his father's, and he doesn't know why. So, and then he finds out he has family and he didn't know about it. So I can't wait to get into this book and see what my thoughts are on this. By Kendar Blake, 3 Dark Crowns. This is also a super hyped up book, and it is about 3 triplets, and they have to fight for the right to the throne. So it's gonna be interesting to see what goes on in this book. Then a book that I started last month but didn't end up finishing, and that is The Lanterns Ember by Colleen Hook. I have gotten quite far in this, so we are definitely going to be finishing this up. I love it so far. Can't wait to finish it. Then another super hyped up book. We all know this one. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. We'll see what I think about it and see if the hype is worth it. Next 3 books, we'll see if I like them. They're history books. One is The Montefeltro Conspiracy. It's a Renaissance mystery decoded. I'll have to just let you know. I really have no clue other than the title. I have no clue what it's about, but my husband said I will like it because I love the Renaissance era. And of course, you know, if you like Assassin's Creed, obviously you like the era. This one, I can't find the sleeve to it, but it is the body language book by Alan and Barbara Pease. And it's exactly what it is. I got there's a coffee stain on it, but it's exactly what it is. It's about a book about body language. Then the last one that I got is The Bourgeois by G.J. Meyer. And again, my husband said that I would like this. because of the family and what it's about and the era. So I'm gonna give this a try. History is definitely an era that I do not usually jump into because I get upset very easily about it. Obviously it's history, you can't really change it. Whereas when it's fiction, you can. You know, it's fiction, it's not real. But that is it, guys. That is all that I have for the month of November. Got about 14 books that I want to read. It can happen, right? So we'll see how far I get into this. Again, I'm still trying to do the whole vlogging thing. I film it and I don't like it, so I delete it. So we'll see how far I get this month. I didn't get very far last month. I got about 2 days and then like, I totally forgot about it all. So we'll see how it goes this month. But until next time, guys, this is Bibliophobe signing off.